Hello everyone, welcome to Livelong Wealth. Today we are going to have a little conversation about much talked topic, which is mutual fund. Many of our clients, our students are actually telling us that we should come up with something on mutual fund. Today Mr. Basavaraj is joining us, who is at very young age started mutual fund. He is just 23 and he is mutual fund distributor, as well as he is working with us to develop our mutual fund product. So Basavaraj, welcome to Livelong Wealth. So tell me, Basavaraj, like something about you, how at this young age where people generally thinks that what to do, what not to do, how you started your career very early into investments, and tell us something about mutual funds also, that how you actually started this.
Yeah, thank you Aditya. Like, I'm grateful to come and have a podcast with you. Okay, before like going to mutual fund, I used to trade in the stock market as well, everybody. So what happened now, I started this journey like I was in 16, 17 only. I had exposure with my family and everything. So I got a pretty much very exposure like at 16 years, as I told. So now what happened, I was started trading and everything, and slowly when I was like 18, 19, I got to know about this mutual fund and everything. So what happened, sir, everyone knows about this consistency, efficiency in this stock market, earning issue and everything. So I get to know about this mutual fund and about distribution as well. I was pretty much curious about this thing. So I had this thing, uncle and everything. They were doing this kind of, like, I got to know about them only, mutual fund distribution. So I was about very much curious and everything. So I asked him like how to become a mutual fund distributor as well. Like, he was like guided me well. He told me that should write a NISM series 5A to complete this exam. So I took an exam and I completed and I passed. After passing, pretty much a little bit things are there to complete with AMFI and everything to get your ARN code. That is like pretty much because of this SEBI and AMFI, it's pretty much simple nowadays, completely online and everything. So I got my ARN over there and I got to know about AMCs and everything. I went over there and I took all empanelment I did. From like pretty much 20 or like 21 you can say, I started my journey in this mutual fund distributor as a MFD. So
let me ask you one thing very simple, because the audience is pretty new to mutual fund. There are many people who don't know about mutual fund also. So can you tell me in very simple word that what is mutual fund? Everywhere we see that mutual fund sahi hai, SIP sahi hai. Yeah. So what is mutual fund?
So mutual fund is we people are mutually understanding. Okay, we people are mutually understanding. Let me give an example. Okay, so yeah. What happened? If somebody is investing, okay, you Aditya want to invest 1,000 rupees in the stock market. So now what happened? Like you, like-minded people, okay, like you, like-minded people, what they are doing, they want to invest in. So now I also want to invest. So now what happens? There is an AMC called Asset Management Company. So okay. What happens? Your 1,000 rupees you will give them. Okay. Behalf of you, they will invest. Okay, in the good quality of stocks, everything. Okay. So like you, 10 people also will come and invest in the AMC.
Okay. So this 1,000 rupees which I am willing to put, this will actually go to a company which might have a good professionals having good knowledge of
pretty
investment.
Much good. See, nowadays pretty much it's a good making, like mutual funds are performing good. So what AMC will do, 10 people they will connect and 10,000 rupees they will gather and they will hire a research analyst or something kind of a fund manager, that is known as. So what they will do, they will invest in a good quality stocks, a good diversification will be there, under debt instruments they'll invest. So pretty much everything they will take care of on behalf of you. And what they are charging, it is a very minimal cost.
Okay, so these charges which they are charging, this will be billed to the customer then and there only, or every month some deductions are there?
Yeah. So that is like pretty much, so they will tell you how much they will charge. That will be a pretty much 0.5% to 1%, maximum is a 2%.
Per month or?
Per year.
Per year, very nice.
That will that 2% will be divided in a days.
That means if I want to spend 1 lakh rupee, I want to invest 1 lakh rupee, you are saying that 0.5 to 2%, which is just putting 500 to 2,000 rupee cost. My 1 lakh is actually in very good hands, correct?
Yeah. Pretty much good hand.
Pretty much good hands. So we can see the track records, we can see how their performance are, like how to choose.
Yeah, like how to choose mutual fund.
Exactly.
Nowadays, everything is like open only, to be frank. See, every pin to pin details are available in the online itself.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, AMFI, okay. AMFI will give you.
Can you tell me a little bit more about AMFI? Like what is AMFI?
So now what happens is like, see, First of all, this fraudulent activities are going on too in our market, like too much
Okay.
are there. So what happened? SEBI had AMFI. Okay, AMFI is a non-institutional body. It is like a
Okay.
NGO kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, it's a not a government body.
Okay.
But it is like helping this industry mutual fund directly and managing everything by AMFI only. But
Okay.
AMFI is controlled by SEBI itself.
Oh, so AMFI is controlled by SEBI, which is a
Yeah.
regulator
Regulatory
basically.
body. So
Oh,
this
nice.
completely mutual fund, you can say this completely is a regulated market.
Okay,
So
nice.
the fraudulent activities like nil over here.
Okay.
Okay, some can bear, but minimal you can consider that there will be no much fraudulent activities.
Yeah,
in this
frauds are everywhere, but
Haan.
it is 99.99% secure. That's what
This is
you
the
are
thing over
actually-
here. It is
Okay.
completely managed over here. Everything is like pretty much till now. Everything is smoothly running, as you can see.
Nice. So now I know what is mutual fund, correct?
Yeah.
Now there is word called SIP.
Okay.
Everywhere we can heard this SIP. Acha hai,
Yeah,
SIP you can do. What is SIP?
So, like to tell you about SIP. So now what happened is like, see, people had made it like too much complication, SIP and
Okay.
everything. So that
Okay.
is like pretty much simple. I will give an example. So now if you want to buy a car,
Okay.
So now there are two options over there. So
Yeah.
either you can give your completely cash and you can buy.
Yeah.
Okay, if you have that much capital, you can easily buy.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can go for a EMI.
Okay. Nice.
EMI. Okay. So same thing in mutual fund as well. So if
Okay.
you want to invest in the mutual fund,
Mutual fund.
there are two options. One
Okay.
is known as lump sum.
Okay.
Another is known as SIP. SIP is known as systematic investment plan.
Okay, nice. So every month some amount will go to the market.
Yeah.
And can we stop that at any point of time?
Yeah, everything is flexible.
So let's suppose this month my salary is not credited due to
Yeah.
some issue, or maybe 2 months I am not able to put that SIP. Can it be stopped?
Yeah, immediately you can stop within a 5 minutes
Oh,
with the
that's
click
very
of your
nice.
phone.
Okay.
Nowadays everything is digitalized. Okay,
Okay.
that is thankful our AMFI and SEBI and everything, our AMCs, everything is pretty much in our hand only.
Oh.
So we can easily stop within a 2 minutes only.
Because EMI, so it's not very easy to stop.
Haan.
Correct?
Yeah. This we can easily stop.
That also we can stop, but it's not so easy.
Yeah. Pretty much
Okay.
complicated.
So is there any penalty also if we are stopping?
No
SIP?
penalty.
No penalty.
No penalty.
Okay. Now tell me one thing. There is a way where we can actually go and buy stocks directly, correct?
Yeah.
And there is a second way which you are telling about mutual fund, that we can just give it to the professionals and they will stop. They will do.
Yeah.
So what are the pros and cons? Like why I should choose mutual fund over directly going and investing in stocks?
So if you have a pretty much good like experience in the stock market, anything, then you can do that one. Okay. For nowadays, you can see that our population, everyone that survey you have also gone that, I guess.
Correct.
Only 5% of people are investing in the stock market.
Correct.
Still they're making 90%.
Penetration is very less.
Very less. So now what happened is, like, see, if you're educated also, you have highly knowledge also, I prefer you go to mutual fund. Why?
Okay.
Because the diversification.
Nice, yeah.
So if you have 10,000 also, hardly you can invest in the hardly 10 stocks.
Now what is the minimum amount which we can start the SIP?
100 rupees.
100 rupee we can start
Yeah,
investing.
easily you can start with 100 rupees as well.
Oh, nice.
100 rupees you can start easily, but the minimum is like the cost.
And is there
less.
any minimum age criteria?
No, 18.
That means anybody who is above 18 can start
Yeah,
even
yeah.
with 100 rupees.
There are like children plans also available. You
Okay.
can start with them also. No issues.
Okay, that means age is no barrier.
No.
So
not
that
at
is
all.
very good thing. So many generally when you come to stock market or FNO trading, at least some amount is needed to start with. But mutual fund, as he is saying, you can start with 100 rupee, which is actually very good for person who is looking to invest. Because what in India generally people feel that if you have a good investment, then only investment is made for you.
That is a completely
That
a
is
myth.
where the people come to FNO trading, so that if they can make a very huge amount, and then they will go for the mutual fund or any form of investing. But here what you said is very right, that with 100 rupee also somebody can
start
start.
yeah.
That is one very good thing. So now can you please tell me what are the different type of mutual fund? Like is there any sector wise?
Yeah, pretty much. The, like for tell you now, basic thing is there.
Yeah.
So basic is like pretty much equity,
Okay.
debt, and hybrid.
Okay.
Okay.
So can you tell me what is
Yeah.
equity, what is debt?
Pretty
and-
much. See now, equity itself known as stock. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever you are investing now, the major percentage of that fund will go to the stock market only.
Okay.
Okay. Into stock market, like there is a percentage. Okay.
Okay.
Minimum.
So the
60
MC will buy stocks for you.
Yeah. Pretty much good quality stocks.
Okay.
Depend upon. See in that equity you will get parts.
Okay.
Large cap, small cap, mid cap,
Mid cap.
multi cap, flexi cap. There are very of things. Okay. And another thing about debt. Okay, debt is like completely about securities, debentures, bond, deposit of certificate.
So which have more returns?
To say that is completely about equity only. Okay, pretty much equity will deliver you. See, like Amphi tells you about this thing, 12%. Okay, you can expect 12% in mutual fund.
Expectation should be 12%.
12%. Why? Because so hardly we are 6 to 7% is our inflation. So if you are investing in the fixed deposit, you will get 7%.
Inflation will eat all this.
Everything. So if you are getting 12%, that is pretty much decent. In the 5 years, 10 years, you are getting 12%.
Now this is a good picture. What is the, like, if you see nowadays market is falling from 26,200, now it is almost 22,000. So can you tell me what are the risks involved in mutual fund?
See, what is the risk means? If you are going for equity, definitely there will be risks. Risk about this market risk will be there. So, but what happened? The mutual funds, what they are doing, they will shift to a debt instrument as well. They have that flexibilities. They will slightly increase in the debt. To minimize your things.
So basically, they have flexibility to manage according to the market volatility, right?
Market. They will shift slightly to the, or they will change the stocks. Rebalancing.
So can you tell me one more thing? You told about mutual fund distributors. Who are mutual fund distributors? What papers or what qualification they require as a mutual fund distributor? In a layman term, if I want to become a mutual fund distributor, let's say कि I don't have much qualification, from scratch I want to become a mutual fund distributor, what things I need to do? So for audience, we are actually starting a program where we are coming up with a solution to become a mutual fund distributor. So if you are someone who don't have any knowledge how to become a mutual fund distributor, but if you want to have a passive income source, Basavaraj will be helping you with that course, and he will be helping you end to end if you want to know about mutual fund, to you want to become an expert mutual fund distributor. So yeah, Basavaraj.
So that is like pretty much simple. First, you should get a 12th pass, more than enough. After that, what happened?
So 12th is the minimum criteria which one should have.
Criteria. So after that, you can apply in an NISM portal. To write an exam about mutual fund 5A.
Mutual fund 5A.
NISM.
How hard is this exam?
Not much hard. We can easily crack. If you are sitting with like experts and reading.
Like you.
You can easily crack this exam. Within a week or 2 weeks, we can. Or easily you can crack. After cracking that exam, we can empanel with everyone, or before that we should get ARN.
So can you tell me what is ARN? Like, what is this ARN?
So after completion of your NISM series 5A, you should register to Amphi, as I told you, Amphi. So Amphi will give you an Amphi registration number, that is known as ARN. That you will be registered as an Amphi registered.
So basically every mutual fund distributor have this number, which is ARN number.
Definitely, ARN. Everyone should have ARN, then only you can empanel with AMCs.
So after getting my ARN number, I have to go to different AMCs and get the empanelment, correct?
Pretty much that only.
Then I want to know that, let's suppose I am someone who is looking for a mutual fund investment. Let's say I have 10,000 rupees. One way is I can go directly buy a mutual fund, correct? Second way is I can consult with a person who is a mutual fund distributor. Why I should consult a person who is a mutual fund distributor?
Like actually pretty much good point. Why? Because nowadays that we have actually, I will tell you, like I will break it out. So there is a thing like before there was no direct plans. Everything was like going through a distributor thing. Now though everyone has a direct plan as well. So you can invest in a direct plan as well. So now what happens? Regular and direct. So we are a regular people. So if you want to invest, I will suggest me only. Why? Because see, we have every pin to pin information about that scheme as well. About market condition as well. And we will understand your thing as well.
So you can actually help us in meeting our goals, or what is the requirement of this thing.
So when you take an opinion about an expert, that will be pretty much good for you in a longer term.
I got your point.
Whatever you are paying, that is very much minimal over here.
It's just like if I have a fever, I can just go and buy paracetamol, or better to go to a doctor who can prescribe where the paracetamol is needed or not.
Exactly, good. See now what happens is like, see now you know about this thing. you don't know what is the cure or what is the started about that thing.
Okay.
So pretty much you should go to the expert and look after that.
I got it.
So we will to help you completely end to end. Okay, how to invest, everything we will do. Okay. So that is the benefit of your coming to direct.
So now as we are actually also starting a program to make people taking this mutual fund distributor thing. So let's suppose I am someone who is 20 to 25 age bracket. I want to take up this mutual fund distributor program. So can you please tell me that if I become a mutual fund distributor, how much earning can I expect, and whether I can just do it passively or have to leave my job and everything and focus here?
No, like pretty much you can take my example only. So what I did is like first I started trading, as I told you. After that I heard about this thing, so I took about AR and everything. I started making mutual fund. First I started with my family as well. Okay, family, friends, colleagues. Okay, slowly I started from there without any extra efforts. Okay. Without any extra efforts, I had about knowledge, everything. So you can start with there only. No need of quitting your jobs and anything. You can make this as a side hustle. And after getting a 1 crore about your AUM, that I got in somewhere around 12 months or 13 months. So after getting your 1 crore AUM, then you can slowly increase the time spending whatever you are spending in this thing. You can increase that. When you get a sufficient AUM, this will easily help you in a building.
So basically a 1 crore AUM, which is asset under management. So let's suppose you have total of 1 crore AUM. What type of earning you can expect?
Pretty much like you can easily expect from 0.8 to 1%.
That means somewhere between 80,000 to 1.2 lakh.
Yeah.
So that means if somehow we get a 1 CR AUM, at least 1 lakh rupee on average we can expect a year.
Yeah.
So let's suppose it is very good for the person who is just 22 and 23, and if you see this mass hiring IT companies generally give you a package of 3.2 to 4 lakh rupees, correct? So if you just get 1 CR AUM and let's suppose you are working for 12 years and getting 1 CR AUM, you are actually adding 25% to your income, correct?
Yeah,
definitely. So I feel if it can be done on weekends,
definitely, correct? That is the thing.
So that can be easily helping you on the finance side.
Definitely, that is the thing. Nowadays, everything is digitalized.
Yeah.
Everything you can sit and do in your computer as well, in a mobile only. Okay. No need of going everything paper, going to nothing.
How much effort you generally put? Let's suppose you have a 7-day week. How much effort you put in managing your, let's say, 1 CR AUM?
So hardly it will take an hour a day. Okay.
Only 1 hour in a day.
Not more than that. Why? Because now as though I am completely exposed to market.
Correct.
Every day I will read about the mutual fund schemes and everything, what all going in the market. Now I will be completely thorough.
Correct.
So it will not take much time to me.
Okay, nice. So without giving much of bandwidth, you are earning almost 25% of an average Indian IT salary. That's actually very good, because if let's suppose in 2-3 years we get 4 to 5 CR AUM, we can replace and think of taking it as a full-time career.
After you are making somewhere around 25 to 30 crore as your AUM, easily you can quit your job and you can start full-time as a MFD, mutual fund distributor.
Nice.
Easily you can do that one.
Nice. So let me ask you one more question. Let's suppose I am a guy who is at 20 to 21 years. Is it right time to start mutual fund? And let's say if I am starting mutual fund, what are the, let's suppose I have 1,000 rupees per month to invest. What are the 3 different type of mutual fund I should invest?
So everything, see, now you told me about your age, 25. So now
my age is more than that, but let's suppose
you are not looking, that is the thing. Okay. But the thing is like, for example, if you take a 25-year-old guy, see, he have a more time than a 35 or a 45-year-old person.
Correct.
So he can take a little bit extra risk.
Correct.
Okay, he can earn a extra risk and extra profit as well. So we'll slightly suggest him a little bit extra risky thing, but depend upon the market conditions.
Okay.
We'll suggest him as a debt fund as well. Okay, why? Because every risk should be adjusted.
Okay.
So we'll suggest him either in a percentage wise, whatever the percentage on the market conditions, which funds he should go, everything in detail analysis we'll do, and we'll understand the person, what is his goal, okay, what he want to do, everything we'll understand. On that basis we'll decide the funds and everything, and then we'll go on.
Okay. And now let's suppose I am somewhere between a mid-age bracket, 35 to 40 age, where I have responsibilities, I have EMIs to give. So in that case, what is your suggestion, like which type of mutual fund I should invest?
Right. If you are saying for a 30-35 year, as you told now, so we'll slightly go to the mid and larger, okay,
Correct.
large cap companies for a safer thing. Okay, we'll slightly infuse debt fund as well, or we can go to a hybrid as well.
Hybrid, okay.
Hybrid only we can shift. Why? Because there will be less exposure to the
May I know
equity.
what is hybrid?
Yeah.
In this?
So what happened? Equity debt. This is pretty much everyone know. So hybrid, what happens is like we'll get combined.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we equity also will be there and debt will be also there.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so that we can easily shift. This kind of people age now, we will suggest them that only.
Okay.
Hybrid funds.
Nice. So that is where the expertise of a mutual fund distributor come into the
pretty
play.
much.
Okay. And now let's suppose I am someone who is almost retiring at 60 age, and now I don't want that much risk. I can't track market. I want to enjoy my life, but maybe I have a good corpus which I got as my retirement fund and all. Where I should invest?
Okay, pretty much. See, for example, I'm giving you, if somebody is retiring at 60 years, pretty much nowadays they will get 50 lakh or 60 lakh, anything.
Correct.
So what we suggest as a mutual fund distributor now, that 60 lakh you deposit into a liquid fund or a debt fund.
Okay.
Okay, liquid fund or a debt fund. Okay, you can do a systematic withdrawal plan.
Systematic withdrawal plan. What is that?
SWP, that is known as SWP. So
Okay.
what will happen? See, now though you can't use every 50 or 60 lakh in a year, right?
Correct.
So whatever uses will be there na, that much percentage we will withdraw from that plan.
Okay. So every month he can have a passive income source.
Yeah, exactly. He will, whatever the expenses have, that will be covered under the percentage we are taking out.
Okay.
Remaining amount that will grow.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So that is the main purpose of SWP.
Okay. But you need a good lump sum amount for that, right?
Yeah, pretty much good lump sum amount.
Okay, nice. So I think, but then also it is better than doing FD, because you are not getting anything from FD other than interest part.
Yeah.
But here you are getting some monthly income at least.
We are withdrawing and still our amount is also growing. If you are doing FD, the amount will be completely blocked.
Okay.
We can't use at all.
So now if you see, markets are pretty much down. So is it very good time to invest in market, or we should wait more?
See, there is a thing like nobody can time the market.
Correct.
Okay, every expert will tell that nobody can time the market. So there is not an ideal time you should invest in that. No, every time is good for a investing purpose.
Nice.
Everything. Okay, if you ask me, every time is a good. Today, tomorrow.
Every day is a good day.
Yeah, every day is a good day. Pretty much every day is a good day. So this is now actually, if I'm asking me, good. Everything correction happened. Okay, every good valuation stocks are coming in. Mutual fund also benefiting from there.
Correct.
Like pretty much you will also benefit from this.
Tell me one more thing. You are coming from Hubli, right?
Yeah.
So how is the mutual fund traction, or you can say penetration, in small cities? So big cities, though I know people are aware, but how much is that traction when it comes to a small city like Hubli, Varanasi, these small cities?
Yeah. So there is like less, as you told. Why? Because people not about here like this mutual fund, they are still in the traditional way.
Yeah, why I am
Actually-
asking you, because let's say my mother also, when I told her to invest in market, whether mutual fund is very secure, I took almost one day to convince her, when she is very educated lady, but then also it took me almost a day to convince her to put money in the market. So in India, people generally feel that whether it's mutual fund or algo or FNO, anything related to market is nothing but it's a gambling.
Yeah, that is pretty much for traditional thing.
Correct.
So what happened before that na, everyone's mind was filled with this stock market, mutual fund is everything is a gambling over there. So that mentality is held on.
Correct.
So in Hubli as well, you are talking, there is a less, everyone go for a traditional thing only. What is the traditional? FD, RD.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
they prefer that. But why? Because they don't have education about the mutual funds, stock markets. Still, if you ask in the smaller cities, if you talk about mutual fund or a stock market, they will tell you this is pretty much scam only.
Yeah, they prefer FDs.
Yeah,
good.
pretty much FD. They don't know about inflation, na?
Correct.
Like nowadays the inflation is peaking up.
Yeah.
So we will prefer them to go for MFDs, mutual funds only, mainly mutual fund. If you are getting 12% returns a year, that is pretty much good.
Pretty much good. Yeah. And that too, if risk is there, the good part is when it comes to FNO trading especially, we have to book losses.
Yeah.
But here I personally feel that if I have a holding capacity, ultimately when India is doing good, the returns will be there sooner or later. So maybe this year, maybe I feel that maybe Nifty will not touch all-time high.
Yeah.
But I can say that someday it will touch all-time high, maybe next year, and all the NAVs which are now down will be going back to its original pace. So now can you please tell me that what are the taxes on mutual fund?
So pretty much simple. As I told you, there are 3 types: equity, debt, and hybrid.
Okay.
Everything has a different slabs and everything.
Okay.
So if you are talking about equity, if you are investing in an equity fund, that will be pretty much, there are SCT, short term capital gains, and long term capital gains.
Okay.
Okay. If you are booking a profit in a short term, like 1 year, within 1 year, you will end up paying 20%.
That is short term capital gain tax.
But there is a catch. Okay. What is the catch is like, see, if you are investing a 10 lakh rupees and if you are earning 1.5 lakh or 2 lakh rupees from that mutual fund, 1.25 lakh is exempted.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, pretty much.
So basically 10 lakh pay, if I am getting 1.2 lakh rupee, I don't have to pay any tax.
Anything, nothing.
Oh,
that is exempt from the government.
Okay.
Okay, this is the thing. If you are going for a longer term, long term LTCG, long term capital gains. So in that you will make to end up like 12.5% you should pay to the government.
Is there any exemption on that also?
No exempted.
No. So only short term capital gain is exempted.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, nice. So and let's suppose somebody who is after 60 who is doing, is there any exemption on that also?
No.
Nothing like that. Okay. So now can you please tell me what are the common mistakes people do? Because everybody don't, like you told me so many things in this small chat, everybody don't have that much knowledge. So they generally may go to what I personally feel, people just go to Google and search what are the 5 good mutual fund and just invest. Maybe they want to save that 1% you are talking about, which is mutual fund distributor cut. So can you tell me the small mistakes people do?
To point out, first I will make it in the points. So first points, if you want to tell, they will go on the past returns.
Okay.
That is one of the mistakes they are doing. So past returns will tell you something, but not much further what is coming.
Yeah, correct.
So see, if you know that this correction, everyone was waiting for this correction, but nobody can't time that market, right? When it comes.
Correct. Yeah.
So what happens is like every investors, they will go for a past returns.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. They will see that this X and Y Z small cap is giving 50%, 40% return CAGR. So they will start taking that as a reference and they will start an SIP.
What is CAGR? Can you simplify it?
Yeah. CAGR is known as compounded annual growth rate.
Okay.
Compounded annual growth rate. So like actually, if you want, like good question. See, I want to tell about the CAGR. So actually the CAGR is scam.
Oh, why? Why so?
So see, if you are investing in SIP, the CAGR will not come in a game at all.
Oh.
Okay. So what is that? See, now if you are doing SIP, the CAGR calculation not at all come in this SIP.
Oh.
Why? I will tell you. See, CAGR is for calculation when you are doing a lump sum.
Correct.
Okay. When you are investing a lakh rupees today and you are seeing for that 10 years, what will be the CAGR, you can easily calculate. In SIP, what happens, you are continuously investing for a month, every month. So there will be a glitch in the CAGR calculation.
Oh, nice.
So,
but that fund have some CAGR, right? But you will not get that.
Yeah.
That's
so there is another calculation known as XIRR, extended internal rate of returns. Okay. So this is when, if you are going for SIP, this you should see, not CAGR.
So when we are going for SIP, we should see XIRR.
Yeah.
When we are going for lump sum, we can say CAGR.
So this is the one thing I want to point out. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Like another point, if somebody is picking mutual fund, they will see what others are investing.
Correct.
Top performing. Okay.
Generally, they discuss in office or just call someone.
If somebody is like Aditya is investing in XYZ, they will also start. Okay, he is investing that thing. They will go there.
Yeah.
So that is like pretty much they will not at all research. Okay. For example, if I am buying a 50,000 or 40,000 phone, we will research like a hell.
Correct.
Okay. We will sit to the YouTube, Google. We will go every time. We will do n number of things and then we will choose which phone to buy.
Correct.
So now though we are investing lakhs together in mutual funds.
And we are not researching.
We are
it,
not
yeah.
doing anything. They
Correct.
are like not seeing at all. First of all, they are not consulting MFDs. Okay, they are not consulting. They should do their homeworks.
Correct.
Okay, what we are into, everything they should know, na. So that is the things.
Now tell me one more thing. How much diversification is important? Because when it comes to stock market, also when people come to me showing their portfolio is red, I tell you many people now are very bad scenario because of just Tata Motors. Now what they did is, let's suppose they have 5 lakh rupee, 4 lakh rupees in Tata Motor itself, and Tata Motor went 50% down, their 5 lakh become 3 lakh, correct?
Yeah.
So this is a mistake where they didn't think about much of diversification. So how important is diversification in mutual fund? And let's suppose I have 1 lakh rupee, how much funds you will suggest and how I can do my diversification?
If somebody is coming to us, okay, you told us a 1 lakh capital. So now what we'll do now, we'll try to see how much time you have.
Correct.
Okay, on that basis, we will suggest the funds.
Correct.
Okay, but the thing is like we will not too much diversify that thing. So why? Because to give you an example, if you are investing in some mutual fund, na, they will consist of more than 40 to 50 or 60 stocks.
Yes. Correct.
So no need of going too much diversification.
Over diversification
Yeah.
in that case.
If you are going for over diversification, that will be trouble in the longer run.
Correct. Yeah.
So that should be not much concentrated, not much diversification.
Nice. So that means what I can get this from this chat, that a mutual fund distributor also should have a very good knowledge of market.
Yeah.
Very good knowledge of what are the different mutual funds available, and also he needs to get updated every time, correct?
Yes, good. So whenever you are choosing your mutual fund advice, you do your homework as well. So see how he is like giving you a suggestion about your thing, everything. Then only you can pick your mutual fund advisor.
So are there any programs, training programs from the AMC side also for their products to mutual fund distributors?
Yeah. Every AMCs conduct their own, like theoretically they will conduct everything, webinars they will conduct to be the thorough in the market and the schemes, whatever the comings, NFOs they are coming, everything they will catch up with us and we will have a webinar with them.
Oh, nice. So this is all about mutual funds. So nice, Basavaraj. We'll chat more
Aditya.
on that topic.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you.